Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online.
Hello Internet, welcome back to another edition of Mr. D Likes Rap Under 5 Minutes. Today, I gotta talk about the second place finisher from that Instagram poll from last week, the silver medal. Today, I'm talking about Gunna's project, Drip or Drown 2. Yeah, so when it comes to previous projects from Gunna, he has a bunch of mixtapes and then a collab album with Lil Baby. Haven't really given them any attention, but I have seen how much Gunna has been popping up all over the hip-hop sphere, the hip-hoposphere, whatever you want to call it. Going back to at least the last 6 months, he's been on Travis Scott's Astroworld, Young Thug's Slime Language, Not All Heroes Wear Capes with Metro Boomin. The guy's been everywhere. So, might as well drop an album, right? Throughout all of this, my opinion of Gunna has been relatively lukewarm. So Gunna has been kind of creeping up in popularity as of late, but I kind of see it as him being an inevitable offspring of Future and Young Thug. His content doesn't really branch out that far from the usual trap music scene. He can throw together a solid verse. We've seen it before. Space Get Out, for example, in particular, that was a pretty solid verse that he threw in that song with Metro Boomin. But outside of that, you haven't warmed up to me yet, Gunna. But regardless, let's talk about Drip or Drown 2, Electric Boogaloo. First off, I have never before been so underwhelmed by lead singles in my entire life. One Call and Speed It Up were so generic, so boring, so subpar. One Call had no business whatsoever being the lead single. It was repetitive, the beat was generic, and after one listen I was done with it. There was no second or third call with that one. Speed It Up managed to be almost a little bit worse. There's this opening that kind of sets you up with the expectation that the beat will be quick, rapid fire verse, name like Speed It Up, who would have thunk. Chorus is repeated for almost a solid minute, and then there's just zero content in the verses and the production lacks like nobody's business. But With It and Outstanding definitely piqued my interest a little bit. There was a little bit more energy, a little bit more passion. With It hints at that kind of rags to riches theme that I've seen a lot. Outstanding keeps that pace going a little bit, but my God, the lyrics are all over the place. He talks about being done with Xans, still drinking codeine. He also throws out the fact that his lawyer is Jewish, a recurring idea in the world of hip hop these days. But again, the first two tracks, they have some punch. And then we get tracks 3 through 10, and then there is little to nothing in terms of quality, listenability, flow, lyrics, anything to do with rap. Tracks 3 through 10 offer none of it. It is a tough run of songs that I am just not interested in. Subpar flow, production ranges from pretty boring like on Cash War and One Call to like kind of mediocre on IDKY and Derek Fisher. I also want to highlight these two bars that popped up on Baby Birkin. I'm really trying to wrap my head around these lyrics and figure out a way that this isn't really creepy, but it doesn't seem to be possible. The last half of the album offers a touch more than the first half. Young Thug brings pretty decent bars on Three-Headed Snake, and I think it kind of brings a little bit more gusto into Gunna. Definitely one of the only tracks that I kind of really got something out of. Another big one that kind of surprised me was On a Mountain. That track had this very angelic, bright instrumental vibe going on, and Gunna's singing is pretty top notch, I gotta say. Just kind of this epic quality vibe. Like when I heard it the first time, it was like, I'm gonna remember this one. This one was solid. But other than that, just seems like there's a lot of bland nonsense on the rest of the project. Final thoughts time. So, does this album change my opinion of Gunna in any way? Not really, no, just, it's about the same. I'm happy that I found two alright tracks that might stick around my rotation. I also acknowledge that he's just not really for me. Some people might get a little bit more out of this project than myself. Happy to share my thoughts on this C- project, I guess. Till next time, Internet, stay classy and keep searching for those fire tracks. Mr. D out.